Welcome back to Swat&Vee Immigration News. Please don't forget to subscribe if you are new to the channel. In this video, we are going to talk about Request for Evidence, RFE. We will let you know how you can avoid or manage when you receive an RFE. Let's get started. A request for evidence is issued by USCIS when you send an application for an immigration benefit, but you don't send all the necessary supporting documents. Since the document or evidence required is not submitted, the USCIS cannot make a decision on your application for the benefit, and it can delay your process. So, in order to come to a conclusion and make a decision regarding your application, you will get a REF asking for specific extra proof. When you get it, you will notice that the letter is printed on blue paper with Form I-797E written on the top right side of the paper. Once you check out the paper received, you will find out the particular information you need to send USCIS to evaluate your petition properly. Furthermore, you will also get a response deadline and information about where you should send the evidence. Meanwhile, your petition or application will be held in suspense. You can call USCIS at 1-800-375-5283 in advance in case you want to ask some questions about what you should submit. When you get the RFE, there is a process you will go through. First, you need to make sure you carefully read the receipts for evidence. Don't rush. Take your time to go through the application slowly, so making sure you understand every single detail. You can ask for help from USCIS or an immigration attorney if you cannot understand which items are needed to complete your application review. Then, you need to send USCIS one complete response. This means that you shouldn't send 5 different messages with 5 different documents requested. Instead, one response that satisfies their request is enough. Also, you should make sure that the response is adequate, or else USCIS may end up rejecting your application. Make sure to answer every single question properly and clearly and give a single response. Lastly, you should send the response to USCIS before the deadline. Failing to do so will surely result in your application being denied. Let's know how to avoid requests for evidence. RFEs can be avoided. An RFE doesn't mean that your application is instantly denied, but it will delay it. Something that isn't too pleasant when you are trying to get an immigration benefit as soon as possible. So, you must make sure you have a properly prepared application which will allow you to avoid getting an RFE at all. RFEs will be sent to you whenever extra information is needed by USCIS officers. Here are some things you should consider in order to avoid getting one. 1. Send all necessary information from the get-go. Failing to send the right document is what will usually result in you receiving an RFE. That is why you should send everything from the moment you submit the application. It's essential to avoid any information or omission or inconsistency. Also, you should use evidence that has more probative value, and you should also send evidence with certified translation in case the original is not in English. 2. Find a proper co-sponsor. If you apply for a marriage-based green card, for instance, it's essential to prove that the sponsoring spouse has enough money to support the family in the US. RFEs are often sent when there isn't enough documentation serving as evidence for the income. In case if the spouse doesn't have enough money, it's possible to find a sponsor that can support both partners in the US. 3. Show proof of legal entry. When the spouse applying for the green card is in the US already, showing evidence of legal entry into the United States becomes necessary. So, you will have to send a copy of your Form I-94 travel history or your stamped passport. What you should do if you get an RFE. As soon as the request for evidence reaches you, you need to make sure you read carefully and memorize all the details. You get this document only once, so you will only get one chance to respond to the request properly and fully. For this to be possible, you will have to read every single question that the USCIS asks and bring good and complete answers for each one. Moving on, you should also review the original application package that you sent. Sometimes the officers may request information that you have submitted already. They are humans too, after all, so they are bound to make mistakes. If this happens, you should photocopy the documents in question and include this in the response you send. Then you have to prepare the response package, which includes the original RFE notice, the documents requested, a notification of the documents photocopied from the original application, and extra explanation that may be necessary. It's also essential to explain why you may not be able to provide specific documents that USCIS request and offer them an alternative. Next, you will have to send the documents to the USCIS before the deadline hits. Photocopy the whole package necessary for USCIS before sending it. Even the original RFE notice, send it to them afterwards and ensure there is a way for you to track the package. This way, you will know when it is delivered. This should be kept as delivery proof with the photocopied package. You may end up panicking when you receive a request for evidence, but keep calm and act accordingly. Make sure to read everything carefully as possible and make sure you gather and submit all the requested evidence. If possible, whenever sending any type of application, ensure you provide as many documents and information as possible so you avoid the RFE. Please share this information with family and friends who may need it. You can also help us spread the message by sharing it on all social media. Thanks for watching, and please don't forget to hit on the notification bell and subscribe for more immigration updates. Bye!